Hello, hello, hello. This is Choose Your Tomorrow, and I'm your host, man, DeAndre Megan. You know what I'm saying? And I am honored. This is a special day, man. I'm off a hiatus, and I'm honored to bring you the one and only man, young Ant Jefe, the artist, the YouTube phenomenon. You know what I'm saying? And the peace advocate, man, in South Central Los Angeles, man. You know what I'm saying? Welcome, man. He's a friend of mine as well, man. Welcome, Maurice. How are you, bro?
Man, I can't complain, man. I'm well, man. Everything's everything, you know what I'm saying? Peaceful, you know what I'm saying? Chilling, relaxed, calm, copacetic, you feel me? Just trying to near, you know what I'm saying, towards success, you know what I'm saying, bro? That's about it, you know what I'm saying? Trying to strengthen that foundation.
I've been seeing you, man. You're doing a good job. You know what I'm saying? And they loving you, man. The community's loving you. You know what I'm saying? And so keep up the good work with that, man. So other than that, man, you know what I'm saying? How did we meet, man? You know what I'm saying? If you don't mind taking them through there.
Oh man, shit. We met, man. I was younger, you know what I'm saying? Probably, you know what I'm saying, like I was younger, like around 12 years old, you know what I'm saying? I was going to horse, man, you know what I'm saying? Around this time I was kicking it with Baby Nutty, but he was going by G Metal back then, you know what I'm saying? Me, him, and the homie Redbone. You had a spot back in the days right there off 77th and 76 in Western. You had a spot right there, you know what I'm saying? We used to come over there, you know what I'm saying? You was, like a, older homie, you know what I'm saying? Like a bigger bro, used to, you know what I'm saying, guide us, you know what I'm saying? If, we needed certain things, you know what I'm saying? You was there, you know what I'm saying? You feel me?
Absolutely, man. You know what I'm saying? And so I do remember you back in them days, man. And you was definitely, man, you know what I'm saying, similar to what you are now, man. You know what I'm saying? Sharp, witty, you know what I'm saying? And swagalicious. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You had some swag about yourself, man. You know what I'm saying? You was a cool cat, man. You know what I'm saying? And man, it surprises me, man. You know what I'm saying? That well, not really didn't surprise me, man, because you came a long way, man. You know what I'm saying? And your future was bright then and it's bright now. So what does your 2025 goals look like though?
So me, like I'm a person, I don't like to place, let's say, expectations or goals on myself, although I know it's needed. You feel me? I'm like a person that just like, if something ain't going right, you know what I'm saying, I just like to fix it. You know what I'm saying? I had that talk with myself and let myself know that it's time for me to get to it. But like if there are any goals I have, it's just like, to strengthen my foundation, make sure my kids straight, make sure they got money for a college fund, you know what I'm saying? Make sure they got money to do what they want to do, you know what I'm saying? Money in their bank accounts to where they don't need nobody. Make sure they life insurance, you know what I'm saying, paid up. And just, make sure, you know what I'm saying, I'm happy, you know what I'm saying? Make sure, you know what I'm saying, my partner happy, you feel me? And just make sure my loved ones, you saying, that's dear and near to me, you know what I'm saying, just to make sure they happy.
Sounds good. Sounds good, man. So any lifestyle enhancements though that you've been taking, like any vacation plans, anything, man, you know what I'm saying, that you've been doing like physically, man, any workout shit, you know what I'm saying, lace me, man, talk to me.
As far as workouts, man, look, I ain't gonna even lie, right? So I ain't been working out, but I was working out at a point of time, but
Yeah.
I had stopped working out because I had caught like a little slight injury, you know what I'm saying, being in the gym, you know what I'm saying? So I was working out, everything was everything, you know what I'm saying? Everything was copacetic, you know what I'm saying? I was on my ding, I took off. And then one day I decided to show up at the gym. You know what I'm saying? The guys seen me, you know what I'm saying? I was, you know what I'm saying, faking. You know what I'm saying? The guys that I usually work out with, they see me like, man, what's up, bro? We ain't seen you in a minute. Come on, let's get that PT in.
Yeah.
So, just like on the yard, can't duck no wreck. I get the PT in with them guys and that was the wrong day, man, to be playing and trying to get some PT in, man, because I got broke off. That went from me having some lower back pain, that lower back pain, you know what I'm saying, transferred into me injuring what was that I just injured? It was like a 6-week heal, man. It's my sciatic nerve.
Oh yeah.
You feel me? So
that ain't no joke, boy.
Boy,
That ain't no game, man.
So
That sciatic.
I just got over that. So I just got over that probably about like 2 months ago. So like right now, I'm kind of like wiggling back into things. You feel me? I'm about to start back working out. Get on like a little 30-day fast. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And you feel me? I'm about to take up some some little classes, you feel me? So when I was younger, you feel me, I used to like box and shit like that. Okay. So right now, you know, I kind of want to fuck with like the kickboxing. You know, I want to kind of add like some kicks to it, you feel me? So I think I'm gonna go ahead and do that, you feel me, and work it on out, you know what I'm saying?
Sounds good, man. Ain't nothing like, man, you know what I'm saying, some hand-to-hand combat and everything, you know what I'm saying, and being ready. It's world changing now.
Man, most definitely. You gotta, not that I don't already know how, but you definitely got to know how to defend yourself. You know what I'm saying? For sure.
Absolutely.
And I got my daughter in karate class right now, you know what I'm saying? She in the karate class right now. So, you know, I just want her to know how to defend herself and defend anybody off that's like on some weird stuff or just, you know, people that just trying to be, you know what I'm saying, with the bully behavior, you feel me?
Absolutely. I picked up a little Krav Maga recently. So Krav Maga is like a Israel fighting style, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that, man. And it's pretty dope, man. I've been checking it out. I'm pretty new to it, but yeah, I'm definitely on the self-defense side, you know what I'm saying? I'm loving it, actually. You know what I'm saying? You know, and we getting older, man, you know what I'm saying? You know, so it enhances what we already have, you know what I'm saying?
But we always, but like, you know, like as far as us in our community, like both, like when our names come up though, like our names is known for being like natural fighters. Though.
Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? For sure. Put the paws on the motherfucker.
Yeah, for sure,
you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, so you were born in that community that you're promoting peace in.
I wasn't born there, so I was born in Compton, right? I was born in Compton on 119th and Willowbrook in the Mona Parks, and then I shortly after, you know what I'm saying, moved to our community, you know what I'm saying? So I probably moved to our community about when I was about 5, you know what I'm saying? Like I was in kindergarten because I was in kindergarten over there on the east side at Martin Luther King Elementary, and then I started elementary at LaSalle, you know what I'm saying, in the set. So like about 5 years old, I moved to the set.
Okay. And so over these years, man, we've had all kind of lessons to be learned. You know what I'm saying? We've overcome a lot, man. And so what would be the most valuable lesson? If you can give the people a valuable lesson, what would be one of the most valuable lessons that you learned from being in our community? Take your time.
Valuable lesson I learned being in our community.
Yeah.
The most valuable lesson I learned is being in our community is that we gotta build the community up. See, when I was younger, you know what I'm saying, you know, we was tearing the community down, you feel me? So, like, when I was younger and I really didn't understand the dynamics of what I was doing, you feel me? Like, we was kind of tearing the community down and bringing terror to the community to where today I got a different mindset and a different mind frame. You know, it's about building a community. It's about investing in the community, you feel me, and stuff like that, and seeing it flourish, you know what I'm saying? So just build your community, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You know, if you push in that community and you really like, people be saying you a reputable, you an advocate of that community, then you got to build that community up, you feel me? On everything, you got to invest in it.
I agree 100%, man. I actually love that, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, I've been watching from afar, though. I'm in Spokane, man, but loving the work that's going on in the community, man. Certain guys are over there building, man, you know what I'm saying? And I salute that, man. And if I could put my hands in it and help in any type of way on the positive side, you know, I'm both feet in. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, this is about reentry. And so my life is about reentry now, you know what I'm saying? It's the cause that I'm after. And so that's what Choose Your Tomorrow is about, right? Mm-hmm. We're choosing to make better for ourselves. That's why you're here. You know what I'm saying? It's because of the betterment, because of the change, because we've seen the change, man, you know what I'm saying? And I definitely see the change in you. You know what I'm saying? So is there any positive quotes? You know, we've been at some time, man, you know what I'm saying? We've been in and out, you know what I'm saying? We've read. And any quote, man, that stood out to you the most, man, that you live by?
Man, it's a lot of quotes, but I'm not a person that I'm a person that might hit you with a quote, you know what I'm saying? Depending on the situation. So like if you do something like backstabbing or like if you do something that's hypocritical, you know, I might hit you with one of them quotes, you feel me, that your parents will hit you with, man, you know, I was born, you know what I'm saying, last night, but not last night, you feel me? Or something like that. But I don't necessarily live by quotes. I just live by, you know what I'm saying, energy in life, you feel me? Like I go with the flow of life, you feel me? Like I go with the feel and flow of life, you feel me? On everything. So respect. That's how I live.
Respect.
Yeah.
You know,
for sure.
The one I go by, man, you know what I'm saying, would be like, to thy own self be true, right? You know what I'm saying? I grasped onto that, man. I was probably in Jamestown in 2021, You know what I'm saying? I mean, 2001 with Twink, with Lorenzo, man. You know what I'm saying? And he dropped that one on me. And I looked it up, man, you know what I'm saying? And man, I've been riding with it. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
you know that sounds like something very self-reflecting, you know what I'm saying? It's something, honorable to live by though, for sure. But it is definitely quotes that, I've written down and that I do like, but you know what I'm saying, I ain't gonna say that I do live by them, but I don't live by them
Absolutely.
mindfully. Like I'm just
Absolutely.
like, yeah, I know I'm doing this. You know what I'm saying? It's just, the rhythm and flow with life. I live by these quotes. So if I see a quote, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh yeah, man, this is how I live my lifestyle. I like this quote. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Absolutely, man. So things you pick it up as you go.
Most definitely.
So all right, man. So this is where we got to take them back. So I want to take them back, you know what I'm saying, to the beginning, man. You know what I'm saying? To the beginning is like the initiation. So we are at the point, man, where we've changed. We made positive strides in our life, but we want to take them back and kind of give them something that, so they can see the journey that you've taken, the steps that you've taken to get to this point. So can you take them back to probably initiation, to beginning? Yeah. If that's a little rough for you,
Nah,
okay.
ain't nothing a little rough. So you was like basically taking them back to me being put on the set?
Yeah.
So basically, okay, so how I got put on the set. So basically I got an older brother from the set, Tiny Ant, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Other than that, all my other brothers, they from Compton. But like from Tiny Ant, me, until my younger brothers on down, you know what I'm saying, we all from A-Tray. So how I was initiated into A-Tray, I already had an older brother in Tiny Ant that was from A-Tray. He was in jail, you know what I'm saying? He was really trying to keep me away from the gangs, you know what I'm saying? You know how big brothers is, every big brother don't embrace their younger brother on some gang stuff, he was trying to shoot me away, you know what I'm saying, when I was trying to hang around and stuff. So when he caught a case and went to CYA, around this time, old boy had got out Timmy Tucker. Okay. Tiny Timmy Tucker.
Okay, the braid.
Yeah, so he was around there, tripping and stuff like that. So at that time, you had young Chico, not the young Chico that's young Chico now, but young Timmy Tucker, Bobby Braggs.
Oh, Bobby.
You had him. He was young Chico at the time, but Tiny Timmy Tucker turned him in to young Timmy Tucker, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then you had Tiny G Rock, you know what I'm saying? They was all with each other. But anyhow, one day, he was over there. They was in the building, homies out there, you know what I'm saying? Thick, you know what I'm saying? They tripping and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? So he had slapped Tiny G-Rock that night. For whatever reason, he had slapped Tiny G-Rock. And while all that was going on that night, you know what I'm saying, I was out there and me and Bobby Braggs, I had words. And he like, oh, man, you hanging out, man? You know what I'm saying? You ready to be from the set? And I'm like, what? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He was like my size, you feel me? Though he was older than me, you feel me? Yeah. So I'm like, what? Like, so we going back and forth. He like, oh, yeah, you about to get put on the sets, you feel me? What? I'm like, what? You know what I'm saying? Everything. You know what I'm saying? He fired on me. I got off.
Yeah.
We get down, you know what I'm saying? We do our stuff, whatever, you know what I'm saying? We go like 2 rounds. Then after I got down with him, I end up getting down, you know what I'm saying, with Young Cash, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? Not Lil Young Cash, he wasn't around yet. Young Cash, his older brother, you feel me? Chris, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? He used to steal the cars for us, you know what I'm saying? He was like gone in 60 seconds, you know what I'm saying? Man, him squabbled up, you know what I'm saying? And, that was my initiation into the set.
Okay. And when that initiation happened, you know what I'm saying, I'm sure you took to it, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And when we take to it, man, you know what I'm saying, we embrace it, man. We full throttle, right? You know what I'm saying? And so addiction, when I go to the addiction side, but it doesn't have to be like, it doesn't have to be narcotics or substances and stuff like that, right? You know what I'm saying? But, what addicted you most to the lifestyle, man? Like what thing that you picked up, man, that basically hooked you, that got you hooked, man, you know what I'm saying, on the life. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be gangbanging, the overall life, because the overall life being, you know what I'm saying, it could be womanizing, you know what I'm saying? It could be, just the overall broad spectrum of the lifestyle. Which part is the most hooked or addicting to you, man, you know what I'm saying, that you just kept you in it?
I mean, early on from just, the lifestyle, So, I mean, from early on, what kept me in the gang banging, you know what I'm saying? At that time, it's just, that's what was going on. That was the thing to do, the people that I was hanging with, the people in my age group, you know what I'm saying? They was gang banging, you know what I'm saying? They was in the streets. We all went to school. We all was homies. We all grew up blocks away from each other, you know what I'm saying? We all, you know what I'm saying, held each other dear and had each other back. You know what I'm saying? Now, as going to jail, you feel me, and recognizing my faults and stuff like that, and bumping my head and see that this gang lifestyle that I was leading was wrong, what kept me in it was still my comrades, ones that passed away, ones that was dedicated like me, that was out there stepping, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't the only one, you know what I'm saying? So I wasn't out here by myself, I always had comrades, that felt the same, you know what I'm saying? So that's just what we was doing. And then later on comes the allure of you know what I'm saying, drugs, you feel me, you know what I'm saying, selling drugs, you feel me, to get money, you know what I'm saying, cars, then you feel me, you know what I'm saying, sexually active, you know what I'm saying, women, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. So, just everything about, you know what I'm saying, this urban lifestyle, kept and drew me, you know what I'm saying? And then just basically and then just basically repeating the steps of going back to jail. So it's just like every time you go to jail, it's a setback.
Yeah.
So then when you get back out, you out here trying to catch back up to what's going on and stuff like that. You feel me?
And is that addictive?
For sure.
The catch up. Playing catch up is addictive as well, right?
For sure.
It'll pull you back in.
Because you missed out on a lot. And
Yeah.
you trying to grasp this. Like, damn, everybody else experienced this. I missed out on. I was on the bunk while everybody else was doing this.
And that should have pulled you back in, man. I agree with that, man. 100%. So that's the mindset, man. You know what I'm saying? And so your first run in with the cops or the police or whatever we want to call them, right? You know what I'm saying? Your first run in. Kind of take us through there.
My first run in with the cops, like as far as me like running in and being in trouble with them, it was this dude that I had went to Raymond Avenue with, some little dude named Marcus. He was like the teacher's pet type of guy, you feel me, that everybody at the school used to be on and try to bully on. So I'm a person like, where I grew up at on 79th and Normandy. I grew up in the complex, you feel me, the Normandy Avenue project, you feel me? So I wasn't confined to them apartments. I'm a person that actually came out them apartments and was through Gangsters community north to the Dub, because you got to understand, I went to LaSalle and I went to Raymond.
Okay.
So I had friends on both sides of the set. So I was coming out at everybody's house. So it was just like one night I was down like somewhere like on the north, like in the 60s, somewhere like on 69th and Raymond. And I was like walking home. And once I got to like 74th and Raymond, where he lived at.
Marcus.
Where Marcus lived at, he had some bikes that was outside, like some hard mongooses, or there was some mongooses at the time that was in. I seen them mongooses, and I didn't want to walk that other like little 6 or 7 blocks to my house. Man, I stole the bike, got on with it, you feel me?
Yeah.
And I was riding the bike through the neighborhood, and somehow, some way, I got seen on that bike, and, as people called the police, and, I was arrested for, grand theft for that bike.
You got arrested. And so when you got arrested, did you go to jail or did you get out? Because
went to the police station, and then my parents was able to come. Got cited. I went to the 77 police station, was given a court date, and got right out. I didn't go to jail.
Cool, but they documented you and stuff like that.
For sure, that was my first run in with the law. For sure, being handcuffed, through in the back of that car, and hauled off to that station.
Yeah. So that's one of the memories, right? You know what I'm saying? And so from that point, kind of run us through the institutional side. You know what I'm saying? So, with me, and I'm just giving you an example, I did, the juvenile hall thing, you know what I'm saying? Then I did camp program at Anazuka and Challenger and stuff like that. And then I skipped YA, right? I didn't make that, I didn't take that ride, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. And then from straight from there to the county jail, juvenile county jail.